Good morning and welcome to Rahway, New Jersey and Madden Field for the North Jersey Pop Water Championship game between the Pope John Jr. Lions and the Linden Tigers. Mike Forbisano along with you calling today's action. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in mid-October. The championship of the North Jersey Pop Warner Football League. And Pope John, the number you need to know about today is 8-0. That is their record that they finished with in the regular season. A perfect 8-0 going up against the Linden Tiger squad that they have defeated already 35-12 this season. So even though the game is in Rahway, just a stone's throw away from Linden, Pope John is the home team and the number one seed, and they are looking to declare themselves number one with a victory today. Captains for the game for Pope John: number 2, Quinn Klebitz; number 8, Seamus Corcoran; number 4, Victor Fiore; and number 55, Aiden D'Olivo, along with the coaches for Pope John out at the middle of the field for the coin toss. And let's go over the roster for today for the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad. We start with number 1, Eric Ruiz. Eric Ruiz, number 1. Number 2, Quinn Klebitz. Number 4, Victor Fiore. Number 5, Colin Bauman. Number 6 is Lucas Rosinski. Number 7, Tyler Zabriskie. Number 8 is Seamus Corcoran. Number 11 is Vincent Jessamaria. Number 19, Mark Hedgepeth. Number 21, Vincenzo Ciliberti. Number 22, Ryan Johnson. 25 is Ryder Gerval. 26, Andrew Jessamaria. 27 is Dylan Cocasiello. 28, Nathaniel Capra. 30 is Carter Johnston. 33, Jason Cofrancesco. 42, Thomas Walton. 52, Aiden Arminger. 55, Aiden D'Olivo. 58, Sutton Fullwood. 72 is Michael Morelli. 78 is Riley Watts. 79, Emilio Barranco. 88 is Jacob Post. And number 95 is Ryan Watts. The head coach of the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad is Matt Emmering. Assistant coaches Jack Morelli, Jason Cofrancesco, Tom Staub, Gene Emmering, and Rich Jessamaria. The league president is Chris Barranco. League VP Dave DiArco. The team mom is Kathy Jessamaria. And the Pope John head coach for varsity is Dom Gaston. I'm Mike Forbisano. We are at Madden Field in Rahway, New Jersey for the North Jersey Pop Water Championship between the number 1 seed Pope John Lions and the Linden Tigers. We'll be back with opening kickoff from Rahway right after this. So Pope John will be going left to right on your screen. Linden Tigers in their road white jerseys with white pants, trimmed by black and orange, black helmets with orange stripes down the middle. Number 1, Pope John against number 2, Linden, here from Madden Field. Appears that Pope John will be receiving. So the Tigers setting up right to left. Pope John left to right.
I thought you said
10-minute quarters here for the championship game. Pope John is considered the home team. They are a perfect 8-0 and have defeated the Linden Tigers earlier this season 35-12.
Take it all the way down by the fence. All the way to the end over there.
all the way down.
Everybody in the corner.
So number 21 for Linden taking the ball out. Coming towards the Pope John sideline. He's receiving a tee from the referee. Tee will be placed on the 40-yard line, and that's where Linden will kick off from. Wind is blowing. Let's see if I can get a direction here. I think the sun's behind me, so that's east. So it's blowing south to north, and on the field it's blowing towards the end zone that Linden occupies. So the kicking game, if wind becomes a factor, Seamus Corcoran has got the leg to boot the ball. It may matter. Here's the kick down the field to about the 32-yard line. It is picked up by Seamus. Corcoran headed to the near sideline, and he is brought down at about the 40-yard line. And that is where the Pope John Lions will start from. Victor Fiore, number 4, out to quarterback the Lions on their first opening drive. So as I was saying, Corcoran, if he's kicking here, it would behoove the Lions to go for any field goal opportunities in the first and third quarters. If these are the sides of the field that they're taking, they're going left to right now. So they do not want the wind going against them. First down, they're going to spot the ball at their own 41. Pope John, Fiore in shotgun. Vincent Jessamari in the backfield. Man in motion is Walton, number 42. Here's the snap. Hand off to Jessamari. Jessamari rolls left and is tackled at about the 44-yard line. So about a gain of 3 for Jessamari. This is the North Jersey Pop Warner Championship game between the Pope John Lions and the Linden Tigers. If the Lions win, we will let you know if anything happens regarding regionals. Here is number 26, Andrew Jessamari. And Jessamari goes up to the 50. Forward progress gets him into into Linden territory. I'm looking at the Rahway logo on the field. So it's Linden territory with the Linden Tigers. The Pope John Lions are the number 1 seed, yet have to travel to Rahway for the championship game. We got a penalty here. It's against Linden, and that will move the ball further into Tiger territory. So it is a 15-yard penalty. So 1st and 10 for the Lions, spotting the ball at the Linden 35. But the Lions will take it 8-0. They don't care where they play. They just want to play. Walton in motion, going to the far sideline. Here's Fiore back to pass. He airs it out for Clements. It's too far. Incomplete for Quinn Clements, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A decision by the coaching staff to try a long pass on 1st down. They still have 2nd and 3rd to try and gain yardage for the 1st. And Pope John is moving the ball well so far, so they are in Linden territory at the 35. Second and 10. Just underway here in Rahway, New Jersey. Walton in motion. Fiore in the gun. Fiore hands off to Andrew Jessamari, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. He does barrel his way down to about the 37-yard line, though. So a second effort by Andrew Jessamari, and it gets positive yardage for the Lions. So 3rd, and we're going to say about 7. Lions have to get to the 25, spotting the ball at the 32. 3rd and 7 for Lions. Fiore in the gun. Vincent Jessamari in the backfield. Fiore back to pass. He airs it out. almost intercepted. Number 26 for Linden. Got a hand on that. A little too high for him, but pass overthrown. Fiore's got to calculate the wind here. Oh, that'll bring up 4th down for the Lions. And what do they do? What do they do? They send out Corcoran to kick. Do they have Fiore out there to go for a 1st down? I think that's what they're going to do. 3rd and 7. Well, obviously 4th and 7. And the Lions are going to go for it. Fiore's in the gun. He's got Andrew Jesamaria to his right. Carter Johnston, the wideout, on the near side. 4th down. Fiore back to pass. He rolls to his left. Pass out to Walton, incomplete. And a turnover on downs, and so Linden's going to take over. So the Tigers will gain possession, spotting the ball at the 33, maybe 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Linden. 8:20 remaining. We're just underway here at Madden Field for the North Jersey Pop Warner Championship between the Pope John Lions, 13 and under squad, and the Linden Tigers. Linden already to the line. Pope John coming out. Linden bunched up. Rushing forward and maybe getting about a yard or 2, maybe 3 on it. So we're going to say the ball was moved up to about the 36-yard line. Tigers bunching up there for a run. Pope John filling the box. Walton and post to the line along with Bronco and Michael Morelli. Corcoran in the secondary along with Andrew Jesamaria, Aiden D'Olivo, Vincent Jesamaria, Carter Johnston, and then your safeties are Quinn Klebitz and Victor Fiore. Here's a snap. Running forward, that is number 21 for Linden, and he gets out to about the 38-yard line. 3rd down, about 5 to go for the Tigers. No jokes today about Lions and Tigers. It is the championship game for Pope John and Linden. Here's a snap. Quick movement. We got a flag down on the play. It's going to be against Pope John. Encroachment. So that'll move the ball 5 yards. Will it be enough for a 1st? I think it's going to be just shy. Yeah, 3rd and 1 now. It was 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 1 at their own 43. Clock starts. 7:15 and counting. 2 wideouts for Linden. Quarterback under center. Tries to run forward and is met right at the line and brought down. Number 21. Tackled by number 72, Michael Morelli. Aiden D'Olivo and Thomas Walton may have been in on that tackle. Morelli coming right through. So they did wind up giving Linden the 1st down there. So that was a 1st and 10 play. Now it's going to be 2nd and 11. .6:33 and counting. 1st quarter. No score between the Pope John Lions and the Linden Tigers. Mike Formisano along with you. We are live from Madden Field in Rahway, New Jersey. Tigers setting up 2 wideouts. 1 man in the backfield. Number 7 in motion. Here is the snap to 21. Hand off to 3. 3 cuts to his right. Gets to about the 45 and stopped there. Number 4, Fiore, up from his safety position, in on the tackle. So that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Tigers. Substitutions into the game. Number 5, Colin Bauman, along with number 6, Lucas Roszinski. Third and about 8 for Linden from their own 45. Quarterback in the gun. That's number 1 now. He'll roll to his right. Pass out to the far sideline. Number 5. He makes the catch, but it won't be enough for a Linden first down. Gets into Pope John territory at the 49. That's going to be 4th and 2.
I'm walking up the bleachers, yo.
We are midway through the first quarter here at Madden Field in Rahway, New Jersey. About an hour, maybe a little less than an hour from Pope John High School in Sparta. The Lions are the home team here today. And he did bring plenty of fans. Give you a shot of the stands in just a little bit. Actually, here we go, because we'll get a timeout. There's the Pope John contingent. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 4:37 to go. First quarter. No score between the Pope John Lions and the Linden Tigers. We'll be back right after this.
Like it set up.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You guys the 11U team?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see you for that one too. We'll be here for that. So, good luck. Welcome back to Madden Field in Rahway, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion Football. Mike Formisano along with you calling today's action as Pope John Lions take on the Linden Tigers in the North Jersey Pop Warner Championship for the 13 and under division. 4:37 to go, first quarter. Linden's going to go for here on 4th and 2. Quarterback's in the gun. One man in the backfield to his right, to his left. Hands off to number 3. Good fake, however, Pope John not fooled. And they stopped for a loss. And Pope John will take over. Turnover on downs. 1st and 10. Pope John. So the Linden running back met right at the line of scrimmage. Pope John defense standing tall. They'll get the ball back. So Pope John had good movement on the first drive, but stalled out at about 32, 33-yard line, and a turnover on downs. Linden turns it back over here again on downs, and so now Pope John with their second offensive possession. Wind picking up here at Madden Field. Number 19, Mark Hedgepeth in motion. There's Fiore with the pass downfield to Corcoran, and it's out of his reach. He said he was interfered with, but no flag on the play. It looked to me like Corcoran was tied up there. However, he doesn't get the benefit of the call, and it's going to bring up 2nd down. Pope John finishing the season 8-0. They defeated Linden, I believe, in week 3. We were not there for that game, unfortunately, as there was a conflicting game with 11U going on. But we are here for today's game. Fiore in the gun. Hands it off right through the middle and right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Vincent Jessamaria taken down by number 8 from Linden. Lions defeated Linden 35-12 in that first game, but I'll tell you, Linden looking ready to play here today. Scoreless as we are halfway through the first quarter. It is 3rd and 10 for the Lions. Bronco in his late substitution. Pope John was down a player, so now they're at 11. Fiore in the shotgun. Jessamaria to his left. Pass to the sideline, out of the reach of Andrew Jessamaria. That's going to be 4th down. And so Seamus Corcoran, number 8, coming out the punt. The only good thing you can say right now about this 4th down and the punt coming up for Pope John is that Corcoran does have the wind at his back, so hopefully we'll be able to get some distance here. Here's the snap. Corcoran with the boot. High end over end kick. Does travel far and it takes a Pope John bounce. Can they stop it before it goes in the end zone? There's Clements, and he gets it down at the 1 yard line. Clements downs the ball right in the shadow of the Linden end zone. And so the Tigers will take over deep in their own territory. A great kick by Seamus Corcoran. Takes a Pope John bounce at the 20. And Quinn Clements turns on the Jets. Stops that ball from going into the end zone for a touchback. And so Linden is pinned. They're going to mark it at the 2 yard line. 3:22 to go. 1st and 10 Linden. I don't even have to say how big a play that could be in this game. So now you got Linden pressed up to the back of the end zone. If Pope John can find a way to shut him down here, they will get excellent field position trying for the first score of the game. 1st and 10. Ball's at their own 2. Linden setting up. And in motion, hand off to number 7. He'll cut to the far sideline. Trying to turn the corner, can't do so. Is brought down by the last Pope John defender out there. Tough to see from this angle. I think it's Vincent Jessamarea, but again, tough to see from this far away. 3:02 remaining. 2nd and 10. He only got back to the line of scrimmage, so great defensive stop. Had he turned the corner to Linden running back, he would have had some yardage, maybe a first down. Now Linden up to the line. Quarterback at the shotgun. Man in motion is number 7. He'll take it, cuts through the right to the far sideline. Fumble on the play. We'll see who recovers. It looks like Pope John. Referees signal Pope John. The Lions have recovered. Fumble recovery for the Pope John Lions. I think it was Corcoran. It's tough to tell. However, the Pope John Lions will start 1st and 10 in the red zone. The ball spotted at the 14 yard line of Linden. So the first turnover of the game goes to the Pope John Lions, and the offense goes back to work. Fiore under the gun. Man in motion. Here's Aiden D'Olivo, and D'Olivo cuts up through the center and up to about the 6 yard line. Second and short for Pope John. We're going to whistle on the play. We're going to see what the call is. Minute 51 to go, first quarter. Are they calling timeout? Looks like they're calling timeout. I think it was just an official's timeout, so. Ball spotted at the 6. Fiore under center. D'Olivo in the backfield. Here's the handoff to D'Olivo. D'Olivo cuts through the middle. Touchdown, Lions! D'Olivo scores the first points of the game. And the Pope John Lions go up 6-0. Well, D'Olivo, he can do it all. He goes, he runs left, he runs right, he runs up the middle. And the Lions take a 6-0 lead. I have to give thanks to an old friend, Mike DeSalle, who's now a broadcaster for NBC in Sacramento, California. When I knew him in Syracuse, he had that popular call. Here's the kick by Corcoran, and it is good. 8-0. 2 points for Corcoran on that kick. So D'Alivo with the 6-yard touchdown run. Corcoran with the 2-point conversion. And the Pope John Lions go up 8-0. Well, the Lions will kick off, and they still have the benefit of the wind going from left to right on your screen. Again, I think the sun is behind us. So I think that's the east, and the north would be towards the flag. So if that's the case, the wind is now blowing south to maybe northeast, from southwest to northeast. But anyway, it's still at the back of the Lions right now for the remainder of this quarter. It definitely helped Corcoran with the punt. And then Quinn Clements with a heads-up play, downing the ball at the 2-yard line, pinning Linden back. And then that basically forced Linden into a fumble, where it was recovered, and then Aiden D'Alivo was able to run in from 6 yards out. Here's Corcoran with the kick. And it's an onside kick, goes to the 42, and Michael Morelli was after it. Couldn't get there as the ball goes out of bounds. Maybe a half second earlier, and he would have had it. Good attempt by Morelli. Morelli also moonlights as the Pope John Junior Lions lacrosse goaltender. They won a league title this past year for Pope John, so he's hoping to get a ring in football this season. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. That lacrosse team was something special. 8-1. They lost their last regular season game to Verona, but it didn't matter. They went right into the playoffs, defeated Heritage, and then took out, trying to remember who they played in the championship game. It was the Lions. I want to say Met, but that's not right. First and 10, it'll come to me. First and 10, here's the running back through the middle, and he is stopped right at the line. A sea of Lions in on the tackle. Andrew just Moran on it. So, second and 10. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining. Yeah, the number 2 seed had defeated Del Barton in the semifinal game. They were down 4. And then they took on Pope John in the championship. Pope John wound up winning by a score, I think, 14-8. Morelli was goaltender on that team. And that was a great run by the lacrosse squad for 7th and 8th grade. A lot of those guys are moving up to high school this year, but a lot are coming back. I think Victor Fiore is coming back. Morelli is, of course. My own son, Michael Formisano, is. There's the pass across the middle, and he is drilled by Aiden D'Alivo. So the Linden, I guess, tight end had that right at the Rahway logo on the field. Ball's in his hands, and D'Alivo popped him. The ball comes loose, and so it's incomplete. 3rd and 10. Aiden Armiger into the game for the Lions, along with Carter Johnston and Ryder Javal. Also number 28, Nathaniel Capra out there as well. 3rd and 10, 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. 8-0, Pope John leads over the Linden Tigers. Mike Formisano along with you, calling this championship game for you, and I am pleased to do so. We are at Madden Field in Rahway, New Jersey. Please stay with us. We'll actually come back at 1:30 after this game. The 11 and under squad in their semifinal taking on the Rahway Chiefs. Pass by number 1 to the far sideline, number 7, and he is dropped for a loss. Carter Johnston moving up from the secondary to nail the receiver there and drop him for a big loss, and that'll bring up 4th down and long for the Linden Tigers, and I don't believe they'll get another play off. It's the end of the first quarter, and the Pope John Lions lead the Linden Tigers 8-0. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
Hey, Captain.
Kathy, who did the lacrosse team beat in the finals? No, Bill Barton lost in the semis. They were also the Lions, but I can't remember who they were called. I don't remember. They beat Heritage in the semis. And Del Barton was up on the team we beat by 4, but they went to overtime. It was Nepham. It wasn't Nepham. It was something like that. Let's look it up at halftime. Welcome back to Madden Field in Rahway, New Jersey for second quarter action. Teams switch sides. First play from the line of scrimmage at the 46 of the Tigers. Number 21 punts it away down the field, and it's through the hands of Quinn Clements, and he has to jump on it and fall on it to make sure Linden doesn't recover. We got a latent flag that comes down. We want to see who that's against. I think it's going to be against Linden. It is. It's against, it's against Linden. So personal foul against Linden after the kick. That's going to bring the ball out to the Pope John 40-yard line. So big break for Pope John there. Linden was able to use the benefit of the wind there for that punt on 4th and 10. And it went through the hands of Quinn Clements, but he had the alertness to fall on it and make sure Linden didn't recover a fumble. But then a late flag came out against Linden. Referee's still discussing it here. .9:52 remaining second quarter. Pope John Lions up 8-0 if you're just joining us. Aiden D'Alivo scoring from 6 yards out. And then Seamus Corcoran with an extra point, kicking it through the uprights for 2. And there's your score. Fiore in the gun. Jessamria to his right. Andrew Jessamria. Walton in motion. Fiore drops back the pass to Walton. Walton makes the catch. You had Walton and Johnston over there. I think Walton took it away from Johnston. Not sure who it was going to, but anyway, Walton makes the catch. Short gain, maybe a yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Pope John in their home blue uniforms as they are in the number 1 seed. Blue jerseys with gold numbers and gold Pope John across the middle. Up top over the numbers, and blue pants with gold helmets and the blue lion on the side. Here's Fiore, handoff to Andrew Jessamria. Andrew Jessamria goes to the right, still moving to the 45 and run down. First down, Pope John. Jessamria cutting right through the Linden defensive line and bringing it into Tiger territory. And it's a first down for the Lions. So, 1st and 10 for Pope John. Fiore's in the gun. Andrew Jessamria to his left. And a fumble on the play. I think Jessamria fell on it. Quick alertness by Andrew Jessamria to recover that fumble by Fiore and avert disaster for Pope John there. So Pope John will maintain possession. It'll be 2nd down. Ball now back to the Linden 48-yard line. Fiore in the gun. Empty backfield. Johnston, the near wideout. Late substitution in Vincent Jessamria coming in. He'll line up right next to Fiore, shadowing the quarterback. Fiore drops back the pass, fires it downfield. He's got him in. Complete. That is Quinn Clements with the reception down to the Linden 19-yard line. Calling a 29-yard pass play. And Pope John is in the red zone once again. Pope John up to the line. Aiden D'Olivo in the backfield. Fiore under center. Hands it off to D'Olivo, and he gets positive yardage. Let's say about six, maybe 7 on the play. Second and short for Pope John. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. So we're going to say a gain of 7 for D'Olivo. Still in the backfield. Fiore under center. Hands it off to D'Olivo to the right side. Is it enough for a first down? It looks to be. First down, Pope John.
First down, Pope John.
So first and goal to go for the Lions. Spotting the ball at the 6-yard line. Fiore to D'Olivo. D'Olivo into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions! Aiden D'Olivo with his second touchdown of the game. And the Pope John Lions lead by a score of 14-0. So Corcoran coming back onto the field to attempt a 2-point conversion. Fiore to hold. D'Olivo with his second run into the back of the end zone. Pope John holding a 14-0 lead with the point after pending. Here's the kick. It is up. And it is good. Seamus Corcoran add 2 more to the ledger. And Pope John leads now 16-0. 6:44 remaining, second quarter. The Pope John Lions starting to pull away in this late first half. Whereas you saw Linden hanging with Pope John in that first quarter, it was still a scoreless game through most of it. You see how Pope John has been able to dominate teams this season. And they just build on it. They're able to pull away. And that's what Pope John is doing right now. 16-0. 2 6-yard rushing touchdowns by Aiden D'Olivo. Look at this. I couldn't even say his name at the beginning of the season. Now I'm saying it as he continues to score touchdowns. Seamus Corcoran with 2 2-point conversions. And the Lions now lead 16-0 with 6:44 to go in the first half. Again, please come back to join us at 1:30 this afternoon right here at Madden Field in Rahway, New Jersey, as the Pope John Junior Lion 11 and under squad will take on the Rahway Chiefs. Rahway, the number 2 seed, Pope John, the number 3. Ball goes out of bounds, and that is going to be at the 28-yard line for Linden. So the line defense back on the field. Here come the Tigers up to the line. First and 10 from their own 28. Man in motion is number 7. He'll take it, go to the far sideline. Still moving, still on his feet. To the 40, Down to 43 is finally brought down by the Pope John defense. That'll be a first down for Linden, as they're still able to move the ball on the ground. Linden up to the line from their own 43. Here's the snap. Handoff, and is met right at the line by Michael Morelli, who just wrestles him to the ground. Morelli with the big tackle off the defensive line. And so that'll bring up second down. Maybe a yard on the play. Ball now at the 44. Carter Johnson holding his left upper arm. Clock moving, 5:45 to go. Second quarter. Linden in the huddle. Quarterback under center, 2 men in the backfield. Man in motion's number 7. Handoff goes to the fullback, and he goes through the middle. That's number 6 for Linden. Gets to about the 48, maybe 49 of the Tigers. That's going to be about 3rd and 6.
Third down.
So the ball at the 48. We'll call it 3rd and 5 as the Tigers have to get to the Pope John 47. 4:55 and counting, second quarter. Tigers to the line. Here's a snap. Number 1 will hand off the 3 in the backfield. Net right there by Jason Cofrancesco. He avoids the tackle. A second one by Corcoran. Finally moves to about the 48, still on his feet. Did he get enough for a first? It's real close. Oh, running back number 3. He was met in the backfield by Cofrancesco. Eluded that tackle. And then Corcoran on the far sideline tried to bring him down, couldn't do so. Well, the ball's spotted at the 47.5-yard line. So it's about 4th and about a half yard to go. Clock's down to 4 minutes. Big play for Linden. If they want to keep the drive going, they need a half yard. 3:43 and counting now. Second quarter. Linden to the line. Quarterback under center. 3 men in the backfield. I formation. Quarterback keeps it. The sneak, and he gets the first down. Good play by the Linden quarterback as they were lining up an I formation with 3 men in the backfield, but the quarterback just kept it and was able to get the first down. 2.5 yards on the play. 1st and 10, Linden at the Pope John 45. Lions leading 16-0. 3:22 and counting here in the second quarter. Rahway Chiefs setting up their tent for the 1:30 game. We'll try and work our way around that. It's only cutting off the 35 towards the near sideline. Not that's all of 10. Pope John's got a bigger tent. That one covers maybe 10, 20 yards at a clip. Quarterback in the gun. 1 man in the backfield. Number 2 in motion. Here's a snap right to number 3 and is met right at the line of scrimmage by Jacob Post. Number 88 for the Lions. However, number 3 is able to get about a yard on the play, so make it 2nd and 9. Clock's still running. 2:30 to go. I believe both teams have all 3 of their timeouts left. Fast moving first half here, especially the second quarter. We are down to 2:15 remaining. No 2-minute warnings like in the National Football League. So Linden up to the line at the 44.
Sorry, cameraman.
Good.
Make sure they give me no food, so I would never clean up the field again.
Here's a snap. Handoff to the running back in the backfield, and Post meets him right at the line of scrimmage. Number one, the quarterback had fumbled. However, he picked it up, was able to hand it off to 3 quickly. But Post beats him right at the line, and that's all they get. 3rd and 9 now with 1:27 to go in the first half. Clock's still rolling down. 1:10 and counting. 3rd and 9 for Linden. Tigers up to the line. Quarterback switches from under center to the gun. Number 3 in the backfield. 2 wideouts. Here's the snap. Fake. Number 1 back to pass to the near sideline. The pass out to number 5. Incomplete. Victor Fiore defending the pass. Make sure he's put his hands up to show he didn't interfere with it. They'll bring up 4th down for the Linden Tigers. So the clock stops with 39.4 seconds to go. Pope John hoping to get the ball back one more time. The ball is at the Pope John 44. Fourth and 9 for the Tigers. Quarterback number 1 in the shotgun. He's got 5 in the backfield to his right. And in motion's number 7. Here's the snap. Back to pass at his own 47. Throws it to the far sideline. It's complete. And it's finally brought down at about the 40, maybe 39-yard line. And that is not enough for a first down. They're spotting the ball at the 39. And so Pope John will go back on offense? No. They're saying that Linden did get the first down, so 1st and 10, Linden.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's Pope John's. Mistake. I didn't see the side switch. So Pope John will take the ball over, and it has Fiore the handoff to Aiden D'Alivo. D'Alivo barreling his way into Linden territory. First down. Pope John. They'll take a timeout with 23.7 seconds remaining. So the ball down to the 46-yard line. We'll take a timeout as well. 16-0 Pope John leading over Linden. 23.7 seconds to go in the first half. We will be right back to Madden Field. Welcome back to Madden Field in Rahway, New Jersey, for Pope John Junior Lion football. Mike Formisano along with you, calling today's game as the Pope John Lions in Linden territory, up 16-0, looking to add more points on the board before halftime. Fiore in the shotgun. Pass out to Carter Johnson, makes the catch at the 43. Johnson down the sideline. Johnson to the 15, the 10 to 5. Touchdown Lions! Carter Johnston, a 46-yard touchdown reception from Victor Fiore. And the Lions are up 22-0. So a screen pass over to Johnston on the near sideline. He made the catch and just burst through the Linden defense and into the back of the end zone. And Pope John does indeed get points on the board before the end of the half. 11.6 seconds remaining. Seamus Corcoran out there to attempt the 2-point conversion. Lining up for the kick. Here's the snap, placed down, the kick's up, and it is good. Seamus Corcoran adds 2 more on the board. And Pope John leading 24-0. Connor Johnston, a 46-yard touchdown reception from Victor Fiore. And Pope John now up by 3 scores. For Linden, a devastating turn of events here at the late stages of the second quarter. They were in Pope John territory, looking to try and get on the board. Stopped on 4th down play. Pope John with a rush from D'Olivo and then a pass play from Victor Fiore to Connor Johnston. 46 yards, and Pope John's up 24-0. Corcoran will kick from the 40-yard line. Here it is, Corcoran with the boot down the field. High end-over-end kick over the head of the receiver down there. Clements is able to jump on it. Quinn Clements recovers. As Linden had touched the ball, Clements is able to jump on it. And Pope John will take over. So that's Clements' second big special teams play of the day. The first one in the first quarter, stopping the ball from going into the end zone for a touchback and pinning Linden at the 2-yard line. And now, as the 10 for Rahway blows into the stands, unfortunately. Second big play was Clements recovering that kickoff and a turnover for Pope John. So that'll set up at the 22-yard line. 9.2 seconds to go, and Pope John's in a timeout. And a couple of 11U team members for Pope John. Charlie Formersano trying to get the 10th there. See if we get any help. Charlie, be careful there. All right, back to the game. 9.2 seconds to go. Linden back out to the field. Pope John with an opportunity to add even more points to the board here as the wind is picking up here in Rahway. Fiore under center. You got number 7, Tyler Zabriskie out on the near side and Eric Ruiz on the far side in receiving position. Hand up to D'Olivo. We got whistles on the play. I think it's going to be a false start against Pope John. See if that's what the referees call. Yep, that's what they call. Nope, my mistake. They're leaving the ball at the 22, so. I mean, the referee had the hand on the flag, so he never did throw it down. So I think, was it just an official timeout? And I think Linden wants an explanation too. The ball stays at the 22-yard line. So the referee had the hand on the flag, never threw it, but blew the whistle, stopped the play dead. My only explanation would be that the referees weren't set for the play to go off at that point in time. Usually the referee has to blow the whistle to start the clock and start the play clock. So as you just heard, I think that's what they were calling. Here's Fiore with the hand up to Dialivo. Dialivo's still on his feet. He avoids one tackle, but then a host of Linden Tigers all over him. And we're down to 0.8 seconds in the half. Now, Coach Emmering has a decision to make here. It's second down. There's 0.8 seconds to go. And you're in field goal range, or at least on the cusp of it. You can send Corcoran out to attempt to kick. The only problem is he is kicking into the wind. So if the ball's spotted at the 23, which is what it appears to be, if Corcoran comes out for a kick, you're talking about a 40-yard attempt. Not only a 40-yard attempt, 40-yard attempt into this wind. I don't think they're going to go for the kick, as see Corcoran lining up on the far side in what usually is a tight end spot. Fiore and Corcoran getting further instructions. Aiden Armiger out in the field along with Vincent Jessamaria. Armiger back to the sideline. 0.8 seconds to go. All right, Fiore's in the gun. Jessamaria in the backfield. Here's the snap. Fiore back to pass to Corcoran. And it's just short of, actually, that was Quinn Clements. Not Corcoran on the play. Incomplete. But Pope John is able to take a 24-0 lead into the locker room for halftime. And we will be back to Madden Field after halftime as the Pope John Lions go after another championship. They lead the Linden Tigers 24-0. Come back after halftime. We'll start a new feed for the second half.
To the left.